Welcome back to Vox Rewatch, where we revisit every tragedy, triumph, and terrible decision of Critical Role's very first campaign. In today's episode, Cows and Consequences, the title has never been more accurate. Last episode, Vox Machina publicly attacked a pair of creepy nobles in the middle of Iman, and this episode, they're basically getting called into the principal's office to explain themselves. It turns out saving the world doesn't get you out of paperwork or political consequences. But don't worry, because after the courtroom drama comes one of the most iconic plans in Critical Role's history. A plan that asks the very important question, but what if we were cows? Yes, this is that episode that gives us Vox Machina. Flying cattle and Matt Mercer questioning every life decision that has led him to DM this table. So today we are talking about why this episode is more than just a comedy classic. It's the moment that Percy starts walking the road back to Whitestone, where the Briarwood arc truly begins to take shape, and where Matt reminds us that the best D&D sessions can go from courtroom politics to airborne livestock without missing a beat. So grab your favorite drink, keep an eye on the skies for suspiciously aerodynamic cows, and let's jump into episode 26, Consequences and Cows. Let's go!
Hello, critters. So you finished The Legend of Vox Machina and you're craving more, right? You think, I know, I'll go watch the original campaign.
Excellent idea. Until you hit play on episode 1 and two things smack you in the face. The questionable sound quality and the 3 to 4 hour runtime. Yikes.
Don't worry, we've got you. We're diving into the chaos so you don't have to. We'll sacrifice our ears and our evenings to bring you the recaps, highlights, and all of the behind-the-scene magic you crave.
Welcome to Vox Rewatch.
Because the past deserves a second look.
With better audio. We're just a bunch of longtime friends and proud critters who love the chaos, the characters, and the wild ride of storytelling. Join us as we dive back into it all with lots of laughs, way too many theories, and probably some tears too.
I'm Doug.
And I'm Connie.
And I'm Eric. This podcast is part of Tabletop Tether, our nerdy little home for TTRPG content, deep dives, and unapologetic fan joy. Just so we're clear, Vox Rewatch is an unofficial fan podcast and isn't affiliated with or endorsed by Critical Role in any way.
You could almost say it was utterly amazing.
I'm done with you both already.
Oh my god. Yeah, it was utterly amazing. Moo.
Yeah, that was the most D&D episode of D&D I've ever D&D'd.
This is the episode that I'm sure if you've been on the interwebs long enough, you've seen where Matt Mercer goes, I love Dungeons and Dragons. It's because of this episode. This is where it's from. And this is why it's one of my favorite episodes of all time, especially of the earlier episodes in this. Yeah. And the one that I got the title wrong continuously until Eric corrected me on a couple of weeks ago. But we don't talk about that. Now we know it's Consequences and Cows because that is the proper order. We have consequences to deal with right off the bat when we open this episode up.
Yeah.
I don't know what Orion was thinking with making the type of weapon that he was making, and not how overkill it was. I think he was honestly thinking like video game mechanics. This is so cool, guys. I'm gonna make this all these daggers and just spin, and not the what does it look like when that's actually used on a sleeping woman?
Well, right. That's the key. You're using a monster or a beast? Yeah, of course. Perfect weapon. A sleeping woman who was running away, maybe not so much.
It's not so good. Yeah, Sovereign Uriel is not pleased with them. Like, you know, they walk into the room and there's like guards everywhere, not trusting them whatsoever. And he's like, what did you do?
Yeah. I will say, RP wise, he stood up for himself, and I appreciate that. He's like, yeah.
Yeah. Never once denied. Yeah. Of course I did.
Yep.
I did. But you know,
yeah, the whole group is summoned to the castle to account for their misdemeanors, crimes.
They definitely committed some crimes. A crime had happened.
Well, I think the killing of the old woman was a secondary issue.
Well, like chasing the Briarwoods out and attacking them.
Yeah.
From Uriel's perspective, just out of the blue.
Did this one start with? Yeah, this one started with Keyleth's like, hey guys, can we tone it down a bit or take a breath and like,
was that at the beginning?
Yeah, because they were trying to find Lilith and Percy. They were both missing.
Oh yeah, because we're missing Percy this episode.
Scanlan and Grog thought they were, So yeah, there was a little bit of fun at the beginning, and then Keyleth drops the bomb like, dude, we are the bad guys in this.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe, like let's at least talk about it and discuss maybe not being so brutal.
Yep. That is true. I thought that happened later, but you're right, because they were summoned to there from the keep. So they went back to the keep. They got to sleep, slept in for a while, and then had this like come to Jesus moment of like, guys.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need to have that talk.
Sometimes you need to stage an intervention so you don't become murder hobos. And that was very murder hobo behavior.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keyleth was concerned, obviously, with the old woman being brutally I don't, what was that weapon called again?
To death?
Sawzall,
like some, I don't know, reciprocal saw? I know, circular.
Pinwheeled?
Food processor? I don't know.
Food process? She was food processed.
And then Keyleth went to try to find Percy. And, that didn't really go well. He was busy. Oh no, that was in his room. Never mind, that was Grog and Scanlan. But anyway, like she was already concerned about Percy.
And she brought up the "your soul is forfeit" comment, and everyone was like, "It was a cool one-liner. It's no big deal."
Right.
Yeah.
We will see that it was not just a cool one-liner.
Right. Right.
But we'll save that for later episodes.
Yes. But then and then they all kind of decide, okay, let's think about it. Let's process this. We'll come back to it. We'll try to kill slower, I think is what Tiberius said at one point.
Yeah.
As if that somehow is enough. But yeah, and then they go to see Uriel and they get their asses handed to them, basically.
Oh my God.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they wonderful.
Weren't messing around. The guards all had no weapons drawn, but weapons ready.
Readied?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I love how Grog at the end of this whole conversation like checks one of the guards, like startles him, like, what are you gonna do? That was a fun moment.
Though we did have an interesting moment in here when Vax is like pleading, check my memories, when they're like, why did you do this to the Briarwoods? And they're like, oh no, they're these horrible people. And they're like, well, where's Percy? The one person who could help with this conveniently isn't here. And Keyleth is like, oh, something is wrong with Seeker Assume. I can help him. And she casts a greater restoration, which they allow. And Seeker Assume is like, I'm better.
Yeah.
And
insight check.
Continues. Nope. Yeah. And just continues to keep up the ruse, which we find out, I think, in the next episode, why that is. But it didn't bode well for them. They lost their seat on the council. They lost their entrance to the Cloud Top district. And we're basically told you can leave, but you need to tell us where you're going so that you don't look like fugitives. And you probably should work on finding your own means to prove your innocence.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, as a DM, I do like to hold my players accountable for bullshit. So when I watched this the first time, I was like, oh, that's so unfair. Like, come on, they're bad. And then like watching it through like the eyes of like the person running the game, like, oh yeah, no, you're operating under the preconceived notions that we all know what they know and they don't. And truly, I feel this is one of the first times that we've seen Vox Machina have to do with like political and societal repercussions and not just shit falling on them and them having to deal with it, you know?
Yeah, and that really puts a damper on everything that they want to accomplish. They can't go up and see Alora.
Mm-hmm.
No, they do see her after this meeting.
Oh yeah, she goes out to find them,
but yeah, like they can't go see her for anything. They can't use her for help. It was at the point where Uriel didn't necessarily trust her to be unbiased because of their relationship with her. So it already created tension, limited their access, put that kind of weight on them, like, oh, we can't really do anything to go find this proof, because to go to Whitestone to confront them means we have to tell them we're going to Whitestone to confront them, and that creates all kinds of other issues. So
yeah,
lots of tension, lots of weight.
It was a lot. I do appreciate how when they got back to the keep and everything and talking, they keep trying to interact with Percy, even though we know Taliesin isn't there, of them showing like wanting to check in on him, make sure he's okay. I do appreciate that when players do that, of like keeping the illusion alive that Percy's just in his feels and not sick with what do you say, con crud he had?
Yeah. Except for Tiberius, because he's like, I'm gonna go every single time. Every time there's like a really cool story beat happening for someone.
It's because he wants to be the main character.
Right.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm leaving. I'm not dealing with this. It's like, dude.
Yeah.
You're part of this
your
group.
Friend. This is your party. Yeah. Yeah. So frustrating.
It is. And the frustrating behavior is compounding. It's becoming more and more that it gets the feeling as the viewer, if the story beat doesn't involve him directly, he doesn't want to be a part of it and doesn't want to be there and give them their moment. He's going to go off elsewhere. So when that's done, he'll have his time.
Right. And it was funny because he was going to pick up his water flask that he was having blessed or whatever,
to have
and he wanted and it was like, I want to go pick up this and I want to, well, that's not done yet. Oh, it was only like 6 hours or something, or the night. I don't know, I don't remember how long it was, but then he wanted to go to Lyceum, I think, to get
can't get into the cloud top.
Well, no, it was, but he wanted to get the
the sigil for
the Feywild.
Yeah.
Because again, it was about him, and it's like, well, you can't get that. He's like, oh, well, then I could just go get my flask. He's like, you can't get your flask. Oh, shoot. I guess I just go back to the keep. No, I want to see Alora.
Like, I'll go see Alora. Can't
like,
see her.
Can't go.
And just can't see her, and comes home and gets shit-faced.
Yeah, and all that for absolutely nothing.
And while he's out doing that, we have the moment where the rest of the party is talking to Desmond, the person that's in the basement that Percy has taken off 3 of his fingers. The poor kid can only make the loser symbol now. He's got nothing else left for him.
Yeah.
At least he's got a pincer grip. But they have the conversation with Desmond. And let me tell you what a whiplash it would be of like, oh, you're held up. Oh, here's some food. Here's some nice stuff. Here you go.
Yeah. It's no wonder he didn't trust
Percy Percy wasn't there, so he didn't like immediately as soon as he saw Percy. I think the next episode was like, get him away from me.
Yeah.
Well, I think Percy does come out, and I think Matt did have him come out and just kind of observe, and then he disappeared
just
again.
to look and come back.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt, I love his ability to play his characters like and embody his like player characters. Just he does so well, like picking up on how his players would play and act, and especially in voices as well. Like his impressions, especially of Tiberius. So good.
But also he didn't try to tell Percy's story either.
Right.
Like he was saving, he showed up, did the Percy persona, enough to like let them know he's going to be okay, whatever. I don't need anything, but not revealing anything through like he wants Taliesin to have those moments, which is really, really cool. Like he didn't go to see Uriel because he wasn't there. I'm not going to speak for him. Let him,
brood.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But we get it took a little bit of time for them to get the info out of Desmond, but Desmond does give the whole story of like what was going on with the land, about how Percy's family was slaughtered and the Briarwoods replaced almost every single noble. Like they planted nobles around and people that resisted were executed. And people know that there's something deeply wrong in Whitestone, but you can't say that there's something deeply wrong in Whitestone.
Yeah.
And I appreciate like what you were saying, Eric. He gave parts of the story, but didn't take away from Percy's telling of it. He didn't give all of this extra. It's the people viewing, how they see it, not more of what Percy's story is. But
Yeah.
And Tiberius is fucking gone for this.
Yeah, missed all of it. All of it.
Like an important moment. Like
yeah, I saw something interesting on Reddit, which I completely agree with. More about next episode, so I guess we'll get to it, but it makes complete sense. Just some of the comments and things like that, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah,
This
we got
next
a lot to talk
episode
about
is
next episode.
Yeah.
Next episode is.
But when they come back, they have guests at the keep.
They do. They got little country bumpkins. And
Farmers from the north.
And they yell at their staff again. But why did you let these ones come here? We're like, but these ones were nice.
I love nice. Sam. He's like, oh yeah, but by all means, do what you want instead of listening to your master. It's like, yeah. Oh, okay.
And they have a pest problem of sorts.
Yeah, well,
if you want to call a giant bird a pest.
Oh, not just like some rats.
Yeah,
no, they're not.
No rats.
This is not a rats in the basement kind of situation. No. This is the rats are stealing the house kind of problem. I don't know. I don't know. The rats are stealing the children from the house. That's what it is.
Yes.
They're rodents of unusual sizes. My favorite movie. My favorite movie.
Eric, have you seen that one?
I have seen that one multiple times.
Oh, good.
Thank you very much.
Just checking.
Oh, I should have lied. Just to see your reactions.
I would reach through the screen and travel the nearly 500 miles to strangle you, Eric. I would become code and come after you.
Yeah, I really like The Sandlot. It's a great movie.
Well played. Nice try.
But they him and haw on whether or not they're going to take this too for like a good little bit. Like, do we have time for this? Like, do you think that this was just Matt throwing something in to fill the episode until, Percy's back?
Probably, yeah.
1000%. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way that they're going to go after Whitestone or go to Whitestone without Percy, without Taliesin there to actually be a part of it.
They needed something to do.
Yeah.
Oh man,
and they did it in epic fashion.
And this is
utterly amazing fashion.
I quit.
This is why this is one of my favorite episodes. And I showed you guys the animatic that someone had made of this specifically. Yes. And I love how they start off like trying to get intel from the people. And like, there's like this little 19-year-old kid with red hair. And is it Grog? That's the one. Oh, I hear these creatures like 19-year-old redheaded kids. And he's to like get the kid to leave so that they have the pasture of cows to themselves at nightfall. Yes. And we get Scanlan Because they're talking about like polymorphing people and like disguising themselves and hiding. And I just love Sam. He's like, I got an idea. Why don't we all be cows? And at first everyone's like, what, how can we all be cows? He's like, I can make us look like cows.
Well, and that was the other thing too, because they didn't realize it was going to be seeming.
Yep.
And so
I think the new spell.
Everyone's like, oh, well, we can't do this. So we can't do this if we're cows. We can't. Like, Vax wanted to be able to be free to do what he needed to do. Keyleth wouldn't be able to cast anything. Grog's like, yeah, let's be cows.
Let's be cows.
He's like, so it's gone from all cows to two of us being cows? No, come on.
No,
we have to be cows. And then Sam filled them in on the details.
But I love the setup even before he did it. He's like, before he talked about seeming or anything, he's like, I need a cowbell.
Yes. I have a fever.
That can only be met by cowbell.
Yes.
And then when Matt describes them all turning into cows, how Scanlan is the size of a calf.
Yes.
Yep.
And then Keyleth being Keyleth is like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to interview a cow.
But before that, Tiberius says, I want to talk to the cows. He's like, I'm Tiberius Stormwind. Yep. And Matt's like, you don't speak cow. Yep. Oh, yeah, that's right. And then Keyleth decides, okay, let's do this.
That was a good bit. That was a good bit. So one of my favorite things that I love to do is when people cast speak with animals, I will speak as the animal, but if it's a cow, I will always throw moo at the end of the sentence, or if it is a frog, always ends in ribbit or something along those lines. That's just one of my favorite ways to play said animals, or to make them blunt in unusual ways, because they're not people, they're not humans.
Right.
I just got to play a saber-toothed tiger last session, and they were trying to convince this tiger to go eat some hags, and it was like, oh, are hags tasty? Do hags taste good? And they were like, I don't know. And they said something like, you know, I'm only trained to eat vampires and werewolves. Hags aren't something my master has taught me to eat. And they explained how like the hags are working with the vampires, and they're to protect the people. And I had the saber-toothed tiger say something to the extent of like, you've given me a moral quandary I've never considered before. But I always love throwing in. I don't know if you guys get to role play animals a lot at your tables.
Twice so far in this campaign, which is 2 more times than I ever have before. So that's been fun.
Who's a good dog?
Because I was a direwolf.
Yeah,
that was basically Doug from Up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm the best boy.
It was amazing.
It's my favorite.
And then a grumpy grizzly bear.
Yes.
I got to be a frog once that our bard adopted. He named the frog Gorf, because he has a thing with giving things backwards names. Gorf is frog. And the frog would just always say Gorf, but I don't know what Gorf does, but Gorf. Dylan was very upset that was how I played Gorf, and Gorf lived in his hair, so Gorf came around a lot.
That's amazing.
But Keyleth talks to cows, and we get reminded that cows are very low intelligent creatures. Yes. It comes in the dark time. Why do you think we're all under this rock? They keep taking us. And Scanlan, what vital information are you gathering? Mm-hmm. I'll be right back.
Seriously, this is the most D&D thing ever.
This is why when I tell people, I would specifically show them this part of it, because you're so right. This is the epitome of Dungeons and Dragons. We're not sitting around a table trying to summon things. We're just pretending to be people pretending to be cows talking to real cows.
And I love that, like, normally, hey, is it possible to do something like this in D&D? That wasn't it wasn't a question. Sam's just like, I have a plan. And this is how it goes.
And this is when we learn to trust Scanlan Shorthalt's plans.
Yeah.
Though
Always.
some of Scanlan's plans, there's a very infamous dimension door with him and Vax.
That worked out fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was changed. It was changed in the animated show, that's for sure.
A little bit. But it worked out fine. It was great. I support this plan and any other plans like it in the future.
But Keyleth gets taken. She ends up being the best bait.
Yep.
And I feel like this surprise round surprised everybody because they were like, but I was ready and here and just
Yep.
fucking takes off with her.
This, and what takes off is a giant, like 100-foot wingspan bird.
So it's a rock.
Yeah,
a rock.
Yep.
It's huge. And I love that Scanlan's like, what am I going to do? I'm going to dimension door on the bird. And the thing that makes this beautiful, as like Tiberius casts fly on them, they start to go, is Matt Mercer trying to describe a cow riding the bird and a bunch of cows flying
Dun, 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 dun,
the night
dun,
sky.
Yeah.
And that's when we get the I love Dungeons and Dragons bit. Oh. And they chase.
They do.
And we've got
Keyleth with the best D&D plan ever. That I think every table has done this everywhere. When in doubt, polymorph it out. And
But what did she polymorph it into?
I mean, of course you turn it into a cow.
A cow?
cow.
Flying with a cow on its back as the cow then plummets.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and Scanlan on top. Don't worry about me. I got this. I love that he always has. He's like, I got this figured out. It's fine.
Yeah.
No matter what situation, I'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And because seeming is not a concentration spell,
Yep. There's
he
still
just
cows.
polymorphs to a pterodactyl, right? Pterodactyl?
No, a
Giant
flying
eagle?
cow.
No.
It was.
Yes.
Yes, it was a pterodactyl.
Yes, thank you. Yes, he still looked like a flying cow. Yes, thank you. But so to Keyleth, was she an eagle at that point?
No, she was also a flying cow.
Yeah, she was.
Yes.
Flying eagle.
Yes. Wow. Why do I do this with you?
And all of the flying cows
Yes.
land because the rock didn't die.
Right.
It's
No, plummeted to the ground.
It plummeted.
It didn't go to the ground. It like went into a mountainside cliff, I thought.
Oh yeah, it
I mean,
crashes.
still-
it crashed.
Yeah.
It still hit Earth,
And then flew to the nest.
which is what a D6 per 10 feet falling.
Yes.
It's supposed to be capped at 20 D6.
I've never had take it back. I had to do that once. Someone
But I think Matt's kind of loosey-goosey with that.
he was. We'll find later on he is not loosey-goosey with fall damage.
Well, at capping it, he does not cap it. He lets that all the damage for every 10 foot.
All the damage with our goldfish.
Well,
Much
and
later on.
we find out that the Tiberius forgets they're flying.
What?
To cast stone skin on himself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To which Matt says, "You all have 12 seconds before you crash." He's like, "Wait, I redact that.
I don't do that.
I don't do that."
Classic Orion. Oh, well, it doesn't work how I want. I don't do it. I take it back.
Yeah, right. Take it back.
Listen, we had that at our table this week, so I can't really say anything.
But he abuses it. It's one
Oh,
thing when it's
100%,
every
yeah.
once in a while.
Yeah.
Like if you
Once in a
realize
while
like you're gonna fuck people over, yeah, you can undo that.
Yeah, once in a while you have to actually pay attention to what's happening around you.
Never.
Just
Every once in a while.
a little bit. Like once in a while you can lose track what's happening, but not that often.
But we meet Byron.
Yes, they approach. The rock has landed in its nest, and an ominous voice comes out of nowhere to speak to them. And yeah,
It's a little halfling. It's a little
gnome.
guy. A gnome, that's right.
Gnome,
that's
Gnome, because that's right, because he speaks Sandling, gnomes it up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little guy.
But yeah, and I love, so they have this conversation. Why is Keyleth always the front runner of talking?
Okay, so I think Marisha is like myself. I am a very charismatic person. I'm easy, love talking. And when I play characters that are not charismatic, I have to actively remember to not talk first. When I was playing Poor Damon, and I got myself into a couple of situations where I ended up having to be the one to talk while our sorcerer is going behind me going, you win. And I'm just like, I don't know. And every time I rolled horribly. And it was just because I normally will talk. And I think it took Marisha a bit of time to not do that. Or maybe it's leaning into she's supposed to be a leader, so she's supposed to talk and she has to learn.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit of both.
My wonderful wife has decided to play a character that is mute. Except that she loves to talk and forgets every single time we play. Kaya says this, and like, she says what? She doesn't say anything.
She signs it. Come on, give her sign language.
She's got sign language.
So can't her saying that just be sign?
It's just funny because she always messes it up.
That is funny.
But only one of the other players actually knows sign language. And
1.5-ish players.
I know that, one of the players is learning sign language, like technically knows it, but wants to, in story wise, doesn't quite know quite yet. So is learning it to better communicate with her. So
I love that.
Yeah.
But we have Byron, our gnome, not halfling, our gnome. And Keyleth is having a real bad go of it.
And she, to her credit, and she said it, she did pretty darn well up until a point.
And then it just...
Yeah. But they talk. She's trying to convince them. First, she shows that, she's on their side and feeds the rock. It nearly takes off her arm, but she feeds the rock and doesn't do anything to retaliate. Meanwhile, Grog's behind her like, can we just kill this thing already? So she's trying to battle this thing on two fronts. But I like that we see some restraint from Vax.
Yes.
Because he successfully sneaks up behind him, behind the gnome, and rolls to hit him, and then says, no, wait, I'm gonna hold off. And I think there are two moments that's hearkening back to one, Kynan, and two, the conversation they had early in this episode where they needed to take a better stand on things. So
because it was a very I'm just gonna bop him in the head. It was like so easy. It was just second nature. It was just his intuition is this is what I do.
And Tiberius is up getting ready to like push a boulder off at one point. Like,
who knows?
If it was if things went sour, I get that it's a good plan, but also, but then Scanlan comes in and talks in Gnomish.
I love that Sam was he's like, I'm fed up with this. I'm just
Yep,
gonna come in. He's like, all right, listen, this is how it's gonna go. And Scanlan does what Scanlan does and talks his way out of it.
You know, if we're the first ones to come here and kill you. If we don't do it, somebody else is gonna do it, and it's just gonna keep happening, and convinces them basically to go to Vasselheim.
Yeah. Which, I mean, solid plan, to be fair.
Yeah, and I love that they're like, he's like, you work for monster hunters? You're monsters? Like, no. We're associated with the monster hunters, but we can give you papers to say that you don't get hunted by the monster hunters.
Yeah, Keyleth mentioned something about contracts, and Vex is like, maybe not mention the contracts.
Yeah.
But they managed to get out of it. And but I love that, like, the first third of this conversation, they're still cows.
Yeah.
He keeps commenting on them being cows, and then Scanlan, and they're like, can you drop this? And Sam's like, I don't know. Can I drop this? I don't know. Is it just 8 hours? It's like, oh, I can drop it. And then they're no longer cows. And then they,
And it was an interesting, like, philosophical conversation too. Or maybe not philosophical, but like civilization versus nature, who's wrecking who, type of conversation, which was actually kind of cool to listen to and sit back and watch and see how they handled, you know, taking people's livelihood away and what civilization means to a druid who is trying to protect nature. It was a very interesting process as they went through and dealt with all these things.
Oh, but this was such a good episode. Such a whiplash, but in like the best way that D&D can be a whiplash.
Yep.
Because I've had one of my funniest moments in a campaign happen when a character had died the same. Eric, where did you go?
What?
There you are.
Hi, Eric.
I'm back. I clicked a button,
and that button did not like you.
Apparently not.
But I had my god horse thing had happened that I told you guys about. Yeah. That happened the same episode that a player character had died.
Oh,
that's amazing.
It was such a whiplash, but we're like, you know what? Yeah, we needed god horse. We needed god horse that day. And sometimes you just need to be a bunch of cows. Just someday you got to put on your camouflage.
Did Sam get experience for that?
He did.
He did, yeah.
That was great.
I thought a punishment was coming, and Matt said, "You know what? I have to give you experience," which I found interesting. Like, so at the beginning of this, everyone was getting experience individually.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you had a cool RP moment, you got experience. Obviously, for killing monsters, like you're involved in the battle, you get experience, things like that. So, yeah.
Yeah,
which
cool
makes me
RP
wonder.
Moments.
I wonder how he did Pike, because she would have been so underleveled.
Well, I think by the time she came back was when they moved to milestone leveling, because they transitioned to milestone leveling this campaign. I'm pretty sure that they did.
I thought they did at the beginning of
getting
next one.
Experience for the work she was doing
with Saren,
and the
right?
things she was doing with Saren Ray. So there's
But
probably
how
some
much?
sort of
Yeah.
I mean, she was leading that group of followers to renovate, so it's got to mean something.
Are you checking the critical wiki? You gonna fact check me? You gonna fact check me?
I'm just curious.
Fact check me, Eric. Let's do it.
While we have this moment of Eric searching, I just looked up at this episode's wiki and realized that Tiberius was missing for that conversation that Keyleth brought up as well. He walked away with Lockheed to train him in his
That's
laboratory, and Keyleth expresses the concerns, and that was when he was like not there.
We got the iconic line when he's like, I'm going to teach Lockheed to be quiet.
Yeah.
And Matt's like, oh, that's a really wonderful thing that you could teach him. And then the chat's like, I wonder if he could be taught that too. I can't remember the exact line, but Matt got a line at him that it was like,
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
Okay, so she was kept at a lower level than usually 1 or 2 levels lower than the highest player.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gave her quite a bump anytime she was able to show up.
So they didn't switch to milestone leveling this campaign?
I'm asking that specifically. Hold on.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I really thought they did partway through. I know they used it in campaign 2.
Matt officially made the permanent jump to milestone leveling for campaign 2, the Mighty Nine.
Call me a cow. I'm covered in spots and holes in my story. Moo! Moo!
Yeah. Vox Machina ran on raw calculated XP all the way through campaign 1.
That's crazy.
That
That would have been rough.
vomit.
Thinking about XP, like as a DM, that just sounds horrific.
Mm-mm. My first campaign that I ever played in was XP up until we hit like level 10, and then the DM was like, we're doing milestone leveling from this point on, and we're like, please, thank you, because I had like on the back of my character sheet like the calculations for XP that we needed for each level to know what we needed to get to.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, and especially not keeping them all together too. Like Matt just made his life infinitely harder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but do you know how people can get a lot of XP?
How's that?
By visiting our socials, especially right now on our TikTok. We're having some fun conversations about house rules and rulings in general.
Listen, crits outside of combat. That's some. There's some heated debate there.
So
actually
heated.
Most people agree, but like a lot of people have opinions that they want to talk about. And then also crit damage. All the crits.
Brutal criticals
Would seem to be the main kind of way everyone goes.
Yeah, and then my friend Wolf was like, nope. Sorry, my friend Wolf is the brutal DM on TikTok.
Okay.
And I'm sure you might have seen him at some point, but when Wolf was like, oh, buddy, it would be you, that'd be like, nope, I run it raw. He is so rules is written, but like in the best way. And I was like, oh, and he's like, I've got a whole dissertation on this. That's his flavor of autism. I love you, Wolf. That's his flavor of autism. He's like, I've got a whole dissertation I can give you on why I only doubled the damage. But anyway, I digress. You were saying.
I'd love to see or hear his opinion, because we have a friend of ours in my group that doesn't like the idea of the brutal critical.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't see a reason why not to do brutal criticals. It just makes sense. Mm-hmm. It's like narratively and just fairness to the players, like it seems like the right thing to do. But obviously the rules are written for a reason. So yeah.
And the Dungeon Master's Handbook also said that the rules are merely suggestions, and then you can make additions and changes to your game as necessary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I will look up and see if Wolf posted anything specifically on that, or if they haven't posted it yet. But he had a whole thing like, I have a whole. He would.
But anyway, you can check out that conversation and more on especially our TikTok at Tabletop Tether. But we're also on Facebook, Instagram, X, Blue Sky,
YouTube, Spotify.
They're probably watching us on YouTube because everyone is great on YouTube.
YouTube people are so nice most of the time. I've had some. They're interesting on YouTube. They always have something to say.
We don't get a lot of interaction on YouTube. Why don't you be the first? I'm pointing right at you. Do it. Anyway. But yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts. And if there's anything you want us to talk about, board games, D&D, heck, video games. A lot of our questions are asked about board games, but then
video games
they translate really well into video games. So yeah, we're here for it.
Yeah. Definitely.
We are so here for it, and we'll be here for you. You can find us every Friday, except for the Fridays when I'm not feeling well and might have missed a week. I'm sorry about that.
Listen, this past couple weeks has been rough on the Tabletop Tether crew.
I got the lettuce parasite, guys, okay? But we're here, we're back, and we're doing it for you and for us. I like doing this for you guys too.
It's legend. Wait for it. Dairy.
Yeah.
There's the last one.
I love the reference until I realized that you made it cow. And then
it was already cow. That's the best part. It just works for both. Thank you, Barney, and thank you, cows.
So next week, we'll have episode 27, The Path to Whitestone, much less cows, and a notable episode for a certain person's last appearance.
We made it!
Guys, we are almost there. One more episode, and then we'll have other things to talk about, like mechanics and great roleplay moments, and not what the fuck are you doing, Orion?
What a good party looks like.
I can't tell you, I am 3 or 4 episodes ahead because I can't stop watching after this episode.
Because we get through the bullshit. And guys, you're going to get through the bullshit because we got through it for you. We'll see you next week.
We did it for you.
Not milk?
Because we love you all.
Hypocrite.
Moo. Vox Rewatch is an unofficial fan podcast and is not approved or endorsed in any way by Critical Role. Critical Role and all related content are owned by Critical Role Productions. This podcast is for non-commercial, transformative use created under Critical Role's fan content policy. For more info, visit critroll.com.